Cassanti and Braden Marquardt. We'll start with a statement from Coach, and then we'll take some questions.
LB Nation, per usual, nearly 3,000 fans. Thank you for coming out and supporting our men's volleyball team. It's a big deal. Again, having these guys feeling your love and support. And we had an incredible night tonight. We honored Paul Lotman in the rafters, so there was a ton of pregame socials, a ton of alumni, a ton of external positive noise that's really good for our program and for our university. And our guys did a good job celebrating the noise and then trying to go out and execute at a high level. And a shout out to Coach Pavlik, who's the Penn State coach. Penn State, credit to them. They came in and battled with us, especially in that first set. It was a deuce set, and they're going to go into their conference, and all signs show they're going to go win their conference, and they're going to be an NC2A tournament type of team. So the preparation from our guys is always the same. We give the same respect, but playing Penn State, they knew it was a dry run of an opponent that we're going to come across in the NC2A tournament. So stats aside, errors aside, it wasn't our cleanest match of volleyball. We gave 10, if not more, points per set away, so we're going to go back, and I know all of our guys feel it, even though we're winning 25-18. I think you saw a little some reactionary guys on the court trying to feel and express saying, okay, we could be winning 25-10. Now, the takeaway as a coach, anytime you walk away with going against a good NC2A tournament type of opponent and you're winning 3-0, you're going to take that win, and then we take our 48 hours, we come back in, and we strive to get a little bit better. But proud of Jake coming in and putting in the work. You saw our dub sub tonight as far as Island and Daniil coming in, both a very physical option for a coach. Now we've thrown that in, and what that shows is, okay, we can have 3 offensive front row attackers now for 6 rotations, so that's a big deal. And then a shout out to Braden over here. You've heard about him quite a bit from the other middles that come through here. We say we have one of the best middle units in the country, and he came out and he executed his job, obviously offensively, but coming out and bringing a little bit of emotion to gain some momentum on our side. We're very proud of him for doing that. So a lot of good, a lot of meat on the bone. We're walking away saying, all right, I know I already said it. We can't give 10 points per set. That's not going to get the job done. So these guys are going to hear my tone right now knowing, heck yeah, let's get better, and we'll come in on Monday and do just that.
Braden, you and Jackson Herr, a couple of the guys from the Grand Canyon program that got shut down, transferring to new homes. You haven't been in the starting lineup a lot for Long Beach State so far, but got to come in off the bench and make a big impact. What allows you to stay ready for those opportunities?
The coaches really keep me prepared, and I do stay actively warm on the bench and always prepared to go in and feast whenever my name is called.
And then, Coach, there were a couple of times through tonight that you made some subs, taking Jake Cassanti off the floor and going without a true setter on the floor, bringing Daniil Hershinovich in and having 2 opposites on the floor at the same time. What goes into that decision? When are you looking to make that, and what is the goal behind that sort of sub?
That's the start of our double sub. So we have Wojciech stay back from the service line. As you've seen, he causes a lot of mayhem and stress and can point score at a high level. So instead of putting Island to serve for Wojciech in that one scenario, it's okay, we're getting our front row opposite there, and then Wojciech's back there serving, and all 6 of our guys, so let's say Braden, for example, he goes through all sorts of setter training every day throughout the week. So to have a non-setter set the ball in that situation, normally it's going to be transition. We just know we're not going to pass the ball to the net. We're going to dig it off the net. We're going to be in either medium system or high ball mode. We're going to go feast, and it's something that we train day in and day out.
Brian, a little bit more about your former teammates. You faced a few on the Concordia roster, your former coach. Tonight, Hawaii coming up facing Travell. What is that experience like when you get to cross paths again?
I love seeing old family that I used to have, as in playing at GCU. But it doesn't change my mentality at all. And I'm still ready to come on the court and dominate no matter who's in front of me.
And then, Jake, when you have a crowd like tonight, some different energy in the crowd supporting Skylar, supporting this team, how does it help you as a setter?
Obviously, it's nice when the crowd gives energy and we feel it, and But at the end of the day, it's us on the court, and we're just competing with my brothers, and right here, one of them, and for our coaches, and we can also bring our own energy. But shout out to the fans. We have some of the best in the world, and they keep us fired up when they're here.
Coach, what does it mean for you to have the fourth member of Long Beach legend go up in the stands, and what does that mean for this program, and also just the community to see another alumni in those rafters? What does it mean for you personally?
It means absolute greatness. And we have the fifth in line. So David Lee is going up next year. Eventually, we know, as he should be up there, you'll see Coach Knipe. And then within Long Beach State, our athletic department, there's all sorts of parameters that I think they're recreating now so we can celebrate some other sports up there too. But the parameters have always been the player of the year. So now you're talking, once we get David Lee up there, now you still got the Taylor Krabs, TJ DeFalco, Josh Tuaniga, Kyle Ensings, Alex Nikolov, Moni Nikolov, and then by then we'll have even more. So hopefully it's going to be the next decade. You should be seeing another men's volleyball guy go up every year, and to see the community come out, it's a massive deal because it reminds the entire nation that volleyball matters in Long Beach. And that's men's volleyball, it's women's volleyball, it's beach volleyball. And to our entire Long Beach community, and with the Olympics coming up in 2028, I am very grateful to have an athletic director, Bobby Smither, and our president and our entire university continue to support and be advocates to celebrate our narrative. So it's a very big deal.
And then just to talk about the team, 13 aces tonight. You mentioned having 10 points. You said kind of be freebies, but in those moments where it seemed like they may have been creeping in, those aces and the action from the service line really came in big. I think that was tied your guys' third most this year. So what did you see actively from the guys tonight to kind of take advantage of a strength?
We're always trying to flex us. And you know what? I didn't even realize live time that we had 13 aces. I was still trying, we've been trying to ensure that we keep ourselves at the end line. So when we do score a first point, let's say even if it's an ace, we're trying to go after a second point. So what I saw, our misses tonight actually came after we already point scored and then we were missing. So we've been repping that out in the gym, and we'll have another heightened attention to detail and a focus there. So even if we score one, ace or not ace, we want to go that second, third, and fourth serve and not let the opponent off the hook. So we're going to keep pushing for more.
Jake mentioned the double subs. For you, when you're on the sideline, how does that kind of help you look and see what's going on the floor, and then when you get back in there, kind of help and support your teams and get guys in the right positions to attack?
It's always different seeing the game from off the court, seeing how the blockers are moving based on the pass route, whatever. So, but I have, when I am on the court, I have Coach Amir, I have Island, I have Ryan telling me these things. So when I do get off the court, it's more just be a great teammate and celebrate Island and Daniil when they go on, and pump them up and keep them siding out when they're in there.
And then for you, Braden, obviously, big crowd today. What does it mean for you to kind of get in there? You mentioned, it doesn't matter who's in front of you, but how does it feel to get out there, contribute to today's win? And obviously, you guys have dress up next week, but obviously get right into it when Big West play starts against White.
Well, I'm a very confident player. I train every single day at the highest extent in the Long Beach gym. So it's just it's very happy to see all my work come out and be placed on the court today.
What's up, T?
All right, and this is a question for Nick. Early in set one, Penn State really brought the fight. Was the Paul Lotman celebration kind of a little overwhelming, or was that kind of a little bit of the moment or limelight, or what happened in set one?
I think that's that's good positive noise that I don't want to let our guys off the hook. You're absolutely right, and I kind of spoke on this already as far as when you have a celebration honoring Paul, having all of our legends back, that is positive noise that we're constantly going to endure when you're here, part of Long Beach State men's volleyball program. I think the biggest thing was when their setter went on a 5-point run. We had the advantage. We were up 4 points, and then we let him back in on that run. So I don't think it had anything to do with the moment. And but when we go back and watch it on film, it was simply our sense of urgency and just executing at a higher level, especially in that set one. No discredit to them. Their lefty created a lot of stress that when we watch, it's okay, we don't need to wait 4 points to adjust. We can adjust and flex a little sooner.
And this is a question for Jake. Talk to me about the middle blocker depth that this team has, because you've got Braden, you've got Ben, you've got Jackson, you've also got Isaiah Pruitt as well. And Nick, you could also talk about this as well.
Yeah, getting to play with all these guys in practice every day, playing against them, battling, it's like it's very hard when there's a good pass in practice, because it's going to be a point when we set the middles a lot of the time, and it's just getting to play with these guys and their fire and being able to set them from anywhere on the court and just trusting them to score the ball or get it past the block, like no matter what the situation is. So yeah, it's always nice to have a middle, like the best middle blocker depth in the country, in my opinion.
Braden's got one of the best arms out there that we train against every single day, and Braden creates a lot of stress in our gym. So tonight, when it was good pass situation, what you saw the opponent do, they commit. So from a training standpoint, what are our middles going to work on this week? It's attacking versus a commit block. But Braden coming in and getting on it sooner, we were able to use it to our advantage, and he came out and executed.
Hi, Coach. I'd like to start with you first. After such a tight first set, what adjustments did the team make that allowed you guys to have a little bit more control during the match in the next in sets 2 and 3?
The conversation was again, we don't have to win this set with every single point. Like I brought up, you saw some tenseness or frustration when a point didn't go our way. So it was simply, hey, let's lean on our maturity and professionalism and be willing to extend plays out. If it doesn't go our way, nobody should react. Let's have our mouth move the feet, and let's eliminate our errors that we were giving them. And we're going to continue to go back to the film. And even in set 2, win 25-18, there's a good 8 points that's like, okay, how many of these can we clean up? And then in set 3, there's 10 points. How many of these can we clean up? And while also saying we want to play as free as possible, too, so it'll be a nice balance of both.
And Jake, you finished with 27 assists. What did you see from Penn State's defense that helped you decide where to distribute the ball?
We prep all week, watch film on them, and see where we think we can take advantage of them blocking wise. So I think it was just the preparation with Coach Nick and Coach Amir going into today. And we passed very well, so credit to our passers. We attacked very well. Even if I missed the set here or there, they still were able to score a point. So yeah, it's just full team preparation, like being ready for this game.
And Braden, as we mentioned before, you had 4 kills on 7 swings and then a strong .7 hitting percentage. What was like working for you offensively tonight against Penn State's block?
Just being I'm an undersized middle, so I just got to be very physical, very fast, and light on my feet. And Jake feeds me the ball at a great timing at all. Sorry, let me restart. Jake did a phenomenal job feeding the ball. I just get on the ball as quick as possible and be as physical as possible, see the open floor, and pounce every single time I get the chance to.
And he brings some energy and some momentum, and when he does execute, our guys feed off of that. And then you also saw Braden do a good job from the service line, too. We've been holding him accountable and making sure that his standard is a little bit higher, and very proud of how you executed that tonight, too, man.
Thank you, guys.
Go Beach!
Thank you.